Hey Kaleo, it is your girl, Pastor Tina, and today is Sunday, November 3rd, and unfortunately our live stream was muffled, so I wanted to record this hopefully brief synopsis of what we were able to discuss today. And make sure that even if you were unable to be in attendance, you're still keeping in rhythm with what the Kaleo family is up to right now. So I'm just going to jump right in. We talked about a holy collaboration. Jesus calls us to make disciples, and this is an invitation to collaborate with God in a sacred and holy group project. This is a holy collaboration. As we continually lean into decolonizing our faith, I believe it also requires us to be elastic and flexible as we strive to define and redefine things. This is a church that has always stood to decentralize self and not only see but to elevate the voices pushed into the margins of society. We prayerfully step into discipleship that is not just inwardly looking at our own transformation, but it is looking at the transformation of the communities we live in, the networks we find ourselves having influence over. And in this way, as we continually, pray that God would transform us from the inside out, we are also in step with God's heart for justice. A book that I'll probably be referencing a lot is a book called Just Discipleship. The Bible offers a vision of justice-oriented discipleship that is critical for the formation of God's people. Justice is central to the Bible, central to Jesus, and central to authentic Christian worship. Justice stands at the heart of Scripture. So I want to jump into part one of Centering Discipleship by E.K. Strasser. In the book, Strasser points out that in the New Testament, following and discipleship are synonymous because they are translated from the same Greek word, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but mathetes. If we turn to Matthew 16 and 24, it can actually be translated in several different ways. It can be translated like this: whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. Or it can be translated like this: if any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up on your own way, take up your cross and follow me. I mean, disciple seems like super hardcore. It seems super spiritual. It can be a little intimidating. And I want to disarm the word a little bit. And I want to maybe flesh this out too. And make it perhaps a little more relatable. Another word for disciple being an apprentice. So I wanted to dive into this for a second here. Let's take a look at the characteristics of a disciple, of a lifelong learner, of an apprentice. I do appreciate the disciplined apprenticeship that the Japanese tradition has carried for generations. And I want to zoom in on a particular craftsman, a particular master craftsman, world-renowned Tanabe Chikunsai IV. He's a fourth generation bamboo artisan who learned the intricate craft of weaving bamboo from his father and grandfather and is now passing it on to his children. He talks about the importance of the deshi, Japan's deshi, or apprenticeship system. Deshi means apprentice, not just an employee, but one who also is joining the daily life with a master. Along with learning technique and tradition, he says, we connect on a philosophical level. Long before there were schools, there were apprenticeships. Long before there were colleges and universities, we were taught through apprenticeships. These systems of apprenticeship has evolved over millennia. as a way that young people could learn creative skills from master artisans in their community, find a profession, help their masters, carry traditions into the future, and really carry on a legacy. And it is a way of life, a commitment to a particular path, and a relationship with the master craftsman that can last a lifetime. And I want to take pause here. This apprenticeship system, we can take note that at one point in time, Jesus was probably an apprentice himself. The Bible spotlights Jesus making disciples all throughout the Gospels. But we may have missed that at some point Jesus must have been as well before his ministry began. As we know, his adopted father Joseph was a carpenter, and the scriptures say the same about Jesus. Let's turn to Mark 6:3. Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary? And are not his sisters here with us? This tells me a few things. That he had to have learned how to become a carpenter. And by proximity, I'm assuming Joseph taught him. He didn't go to school for this. He apprenticed under a master craftsman. And he was a carpenter for a while. This particular scripture says, isn't this the carpenter, the son of Mary? It doesn't say, isn't this the carpenter that ripped you off last week? Jesus' witness started long before his ministry did. What he's asking us to do, to be his apprentice, to be his disciples, is something he did on earth as well. This is something that I want us to take some time to reflect on. Let it land on our hearts and our minds. Let it be fleshed out in our curiosities about what we know about the life of Jesus here on earth. We have some holy group projects coming up. Some things that are seasonal and other opportunities for us to get involved on a regular basis. So join our emailing list. That is key to important dates, links, resources. Everything you need to know is in the email. Sign up now. The link is somewhere. I'm sure I got it somewhere for you here. But anyway, hope you have a blessed week. And Kaleo will be praying for you. Kaleo will be holding space during election week. If you need anything, let us know. And I'll be hosting a Sunday service on November 10th at my house. So I hope to see you Sunday.